So UFC Fight Night Burns versus Morales goes down in the Apex. We're back to the Apex. Goes down this weekend. So let's get into the fights. We have Liana Pinheiro versus Tisha Pennington. I mean, you got to go with Tisha Pennington here. Liana Pinheiro is on a free fight losing streak. She got destroyed. She got knocked out by Amanda Ribas, which is like crazy. Ribas, sorry, not Ribas. I always say it like she's a frog. Ribas, Ribbit. But yeah, she lost to Amanda Ribas. She got destroyed by Angela Hill and she lost to Julian Robertson, who aren't bad fighters, but you know, Tisha Pennington is like a legit fighter. You know, I mean, she beat Carla Esparza, who was champion in her last fight, which is crazy that Carla Esparza became champion again, to be honest with you guys. She should have beat Tabitha Ricci. She should have beat Mackenzie Dern as well. Like, she arguably should be on a win streak, like a long win streak. She did have a pretty bad losing streak at one point, but she turned it around, you know. I think that Tisha Pennington will win this fight pretty easily, I reckon. Then we have Hung Sung Park versus Carlos Hernandez. I'm going to go with Hung Sung Park. I'm not like super big on him like a lot of people are. Like, I've seen people saying this guy's a future champ. Could he be? Maybe, but from what I've seen, I'm not super impressed. Like, he did beat Shannon Ross, but like he took him to the second round. Like, I don't think that's a very good sign considering the amount of damage and how easy it was for other guys to just immediately knock out Shannon Ross. I guess style difference, you could put that into that, but I don't know. I don't think he's like this amazing prospect that people think he is, but I think he will beat Carlos Hernandez. I think Hernandez is like sort of underrated. I mean, he beat Niam Jargel Tuma Dembarel in his last fight. I can't remember who I thought won that fight. And then he lost to the two Japanese fighters in Tatsuro Taira, Rei Sazura, who are very good grapplers. Destroyed Dennis Bondar, but everybody seemed to do that. And lost to Nascimento. So I think that Park will win this, but I think it'll be a lot closer than people are putting it up to. I think a lot of people think that Park will probably just run through Hernandez, but Hernandez doesn't really get run through. Then we have Denise Gomez versus Elise Reed. I feel like I'm just going to be picking favorites here, but I'm going Denise Gomez. I think she'll beat Elise Reed. Elise Reed is coming off a win. What? Oh, against Jessica Penne. Okay. But she lost to Lupita Godinez. She got subbed by Luma Lookboom, which is a horrible look. Not going to lie. But destroyed by Sam Hughes, destroyed by Sajara Eubanks, sorry. I'm gonna go with Gomez. I think she'll be able to do it. She's powerful. I think she'll be able to finish her. She's on a 2-fight winning streak. She's got the momentum. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna go Gomez. I think she'll get this one done. Then we have Liana Santos versus Tanara Lisboa. Don't actually remember who Lisboa is, if I'm being honest with you guys. Okay, this is the guy. This is the girl who beat Jessica Rose Clark, and then she beat Ravina Oliveira. But she's been out for 2 years. Damn, what's she been up to? I mean, I thought she looked very good against Jessica Rose Clark. I know it's Jessica Rose Clark, but Lisboa is a striker. But Liana Santos isn't bad. I know she lost to Casey O'Neill, but it's not like a horrible loss. God, this is a tough fight, to be honest with you guys. I mean, she can grapple. I mean, that might just be enough, to be honest with you guys, that she can grapple. Because on the feet, she'll probably get pieced up. I'll go with... I will go with Santos here to get the win. Then we have Conor Matthews. Oh, another favorite. We have Conor Matthews versus Yadir Del Valle. I think this guy's pretty good from memory. Beat Michael Aswell. That's a pretty good win. Conor Matthews, I'm pretty sure he got chinned by Dennis Bazooka his last fight, or am I misremembering? I believe he's been chinned like back-to-back fights, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. I knew I wasn't like... Yeah, that I don't like the damage. I don't like that he's taken all this damage. Back-to-back KO losses at featherweight as well. You know, featherweights aren't particularly that We don't really see many knockouts. He's not really a complete knockout artist, but I think that Conor Matthews is going to be so scared of getting chinned, he's probably going to get subbed. So I think we'll probably see Conor Matthews fight very scared in this fight, and I'm going to go with the Cuban. But oh my god, so many underdogs. Jared Gordon versus Thiago Moises. This is an interesting one, to be honest with you guys. Jared Gordon, I think, is actually very underrated. Arguably beaten Asrat Hakparas. Was doing good against King Green before the head clash. Should have beat Paddy Pimblett, which is very impressive. Knocked out Mark Madsen. I think I'm going to go with Jared Gordon here, to be honest. I mean, Moises didn't look that great against Trey Ogden. Like, he didn't. He really didn't look that great. Only won because Ogden's leg gave out. I know he did that, but I think that Jared Gordon's shown pretty good takedown defense. He can mix it up well. Like, he was looking very good against Grant Dawson, and you know how good Grant Dawson is. Like, he was winning that fight until he got subbed, if I remember correctly. He was like piecing him up, giving him the hands. Like, Jared Gordon is like the lightweight below, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in a way he's a pressure boxer, mixes his grappling. I'm gonna go with Jared Gordon here. I think he'll get it done. I'm gonna go Jared Gordon. He is older, could be worrying, but the fact he looks so good against Nasrat Hakparas, I think he will be able to beat Thiago Moises. So yeah, I'm gonna go Jared Gordon to get this one done. Then we have Matthias Camilo versus Gabe Green. I actually haven't watched much of Camilo, to be honest with you guys, but he did beat that what was he, like Uzbek guy, or was he Turk? He was Tajik. Yeah, he's from Tajikistan. He did beat that undefeated Tajik guy who was like at the press conference, like, "Hey, give me my shot." And Dana was like, "All right, kid," and then he ended up losing. So yeah, Gabe Green is coming off that bad KO loss to Brian Battle, but Camilo's like more of a grappler? He's got some power in his hands. Yeah, he's got a few knockouts. Like, Gabe Green's very tough, pushes forward, but I think I will go with Camilo here. I feel like a fool picking so many underdogs. Then we have Julian Erosa versus... Oh, I also like that it is... I do like Gabe Green at 155, but I think he's going to not be as durable. So yeah, I also like that for Camilo. Then we have Erosa versus Costa. Crazy fight. I can't believe this is a tough one to predict, to be honest with you guys. But I keep going against Costa and he keeps winning. And I didn't think Erosa looked that amazing. Like, I didn't think Erosa looked that amazing against Darren Elkins, and like, it is Darren Elkins, like, in 2025. So I'm honestly, I'm gonna go with Costa. I've picked against him enough. Now he's probably gonna lose, but I'm gonna go with Costa. So yeah, I'm gonna go Costa. Then we have Sultan Ruzabaya versus Dustin Stolfus. Oh my god, am I just not going to pick a single underdog on this card? This is insane. I've never gone through a card and been like, I just don't see how the underdog wins. Now, Stolfus is underrated, though. I think Stolfus could actually win this fight, honest with you guys. But he is chinny. He has been knocked out a lot. That is a concern. He's been chinned a lot. So I will go with Sultan Ruzbayev. He'll probably find a knockout, I reckon. Then we have Sadiq Youssef versus Marion Santos. This is at 155. Don't know why Marion Santos is moving up to 155, to be honest with you. It's a bit random. But I'm going to go with Sadiq Youssef. All right, I'm picking an underdog. I don't know why this is like near even for him. I don't know why Marion Santos is a favorite. I find that very weird considering he clearly lost to Francis Marshall. Like clearly, it was like such a blatantly clear win for Francis Marshall. I think Sadiq Yusuf is going to be very powerful, very good. I think at 155, this is his weight class. I think he'll actually do very well here. Like, yeah, he got chinned by Diego Lopez, but it's fucking Diego Lopez. Yeah, he lost to Edson Barboza, but it's Edson Barboza. Like, his losses are all to pretty good guys. So I reckon he's going to do pretty damn good in this fight. Dylan Took is like a, yeah, Irish guy who I heard a lot of good stuff about. But, yeah, anyway, regardless, I'm going to go with Sadiq Yusuf. So that is like sort of an underdog. Then we have Paul Craig versus Rodolfo Bilardo. Now, this fight is interesting because, like, part of me, I can just see the Paul Craig win. I really can. I can just see Paul Craig having Bilardo in a submission. I can just picture it. But also, I think this guy's very strong. He's built. He is called the Tractor. He's fucking big, strong dude. Very powerful. I think he'll be able to keep it standing, and I think he'll be able to beat up on Paul Craig. Now, if he goes in there with a wrestling approach, I could just see him getting subs. It is what it is. But I'm going to go with Bilardo. Then we got Gilbert Burns versus Michael Morales. I'm going with Gilbert Burns. No, I'm not. But Gilbert Burns, I can see Gilbert Burns having a you must have forgot moment because people have got to realize Gilbert Burns' losses are aging very well. Bilal became champ. Jack Della Maddalena beat Bilal to become champ. And Sean Brady is looking very good and destroyed Leon. Like, Burns looked a lot better than Leon did. Then Usman, obviously, was the champ, long reigning champ. Hamza Chimaev is fighting for the middleweight championship. And then Dan Hooker, not a bad loss. And then, yeah, he hasn't got bad losses. Like, Gilbert Burns has some underrated losses. Like, he's never lost to a complete schmuck. But I think Michael Morales is a very tough matchup because this guy's got very good takedown defense. And Burns is going to shoot. I don't think he's going to stand there and trade with Morales. Like, he will because he's going to have to. But I think that Morales' takedown defense is so good. He's so athletic. He's going to be so much bigger than Gilbert Burns in this fight. Like, Morales is 6 foot, 79-inch reach. But he is like a big dude. Like, this guy's going to be a middleweight one day. He is absolutely not going to be able to wait this weight class for many more years. That's why I don't think he will become a welterweight champion or anything like that. He also is very hurtable. His durability is like in question because he did get really hurt by Trevin Giles. He's very hittable. His defense isn't like great. But he does keep winning. He's on a good win streak. I think who did he beat his last time out? Neil Magny, beat Neil Magny, which is a very good win to have. I think that was the main event, wasn't it? No, that was Cannonier Borello. So yeah, beat Neil Magny before Prates did as well. So yeah, I think Morales is very good. I don't think he's like this complete world beat or anything like that. I think all the top guys beat him, but he is very young, so he could definitely improve. 25 years old. But yeah, I'm going to go with Michael Morales to knock out Gilbert Burns. But those are my predictions. I know very heavy favorites. But I can't see it. Like, I just don't see the underdogs. Normally I pick a lot of underdogs, but this is like a card where I'm like, I see so many favorites winning. But yeah, that's going to be my predictions for these fights. So let me know who you guys have. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Give me your thoughts on these picks, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Peace. See you next time. And put on notifications too, because you get notified when I upload so you guys can watch it straight away. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.